The story begins under a gray Manila sky. The morning light filters weakly through the dense maze of tin roofs and tangled electrical wires that seem to hang like spiderwebs across the alleys of Tondo. The slums are alive, chaotic, noisy, yet strangely full of color. Vendors shout the prices of vegetables, children laugh as they chase one another barefoot through puddles, and the smell of fried fish and smoke fills the humid air. Among this symphony of life, we find Jamar, a thin, shy 14-year-old boy with wide brown eyes that carry both innocence and wisdom. His hair is messy, his slippers worn out, and his clothes patched in places, but in his hands, he holds something precious, a broken guitar, missing 2 strings. The instrument was found in the trash by his mother, Aling Rosa, who works tirelessly washing clothes for neighbors and nearby restaurants. She gave it to him saying, "It's not perfect, Anik, but neither are dreams. You just have to make it work." Every morning, Jamar climbs to the rooftop of their small shanty, a place where he can see the sun rise over Manila Bay. It's his sanctuary. He closes his eyes, strumming softly, pretending he's on a real stage. The noise below fades, replaced by the rhythm of his heart. He hums softly, his voice blending with the sound of tricycles, distant laughter, and the crowing of roosters. He sings, "Hotel California," not because he fully understands its meaning, but because his mother once told him it reminded her of better days when his father was still alive. The guitar's notes are uneven, yet his voice carries emotion raw enough to silence anyone listening. Sometimes the neighbors stop to hear him sing. Even the old man selling Tahoe smiles and says, "That boy's got something in him." But the world doesn't always listen. After singing, Jamar helps his mother carry water, wash clothes, and sell pandesal on the street corner. He earns a few pesos each day, most of which go toward food. Still, every time he passes the small electronics store that plays videos of America's Got Talent on its screen, he stops, mesmerized by the stage lights, the massive crowd, and the way Simon Cowell leans forward when someone truly moves him. He whispers to himself, "One day, I'll sing there." The scene transitions to a rainy evening. The alleys flood with brown water, but Jamar stands under a plastic awning, playing his guitar for passing jeepney drivers and vendors. A small group of foreigners walks by, one of them stops, captivated by the boy's voice. He records the performance on his phone, his eyes wide in disbelief. "This kid, he's something special," the man murmurs. The next morning, that same video circulates online. It spreads slowly at first, from one friend to another, then to local pages, then to overseas Filipinos who recognize the spirit of home in the boy's voice. But Jamar doesn't know it yet. As the day ends, he sits beside his mother, watching the sunset turn the sky orange and gold. She strokes his hair and says softly, "Maybe the world will hear you someday." He smiles. "Maybe, Ma. Maybe soon." The sound of waves, children laughing, and the distant hum of guitars fills the night air, a simple reminder that sometimes, even from the poorest corners of the earth, dreams find a way to rise. The bright lights of Los Angeles flash across the screen as the next scene begins. It's months later. Jamar steps off a van, clutching his old guitar in his hands. He's barefoot inside his sneakers, nervous, but his heart beats with hope. His mother couldn't come, she's still back home, but her voice echoes in his mind, "Just sing with your heart, Anik. That's all you need." Inside the AGT stage, the atmosphere is electric. The audience buzzes with excitement, unaware that history is about to unfold. Behind the curtain, Jamar stands alone, eyes closed, whispering a prayer. A kind assistant pats his shoulder. "You got this, kid." When his name is called, from the Philippines, "Please welcome Jamar," he walks out into the blinding light. The massive stage dwarfs him. 4 judges, Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel, watch silently. Simon leans forward, eyebrow raised. "Hi there. What's your name?" "My name is Jamar, sir." "Where are you from?" "I'm from Manila, the Philippines." A ripple of applause follows. He smiles shyly. "And what are you going to sing for us today?" "Hotel California, sir. It's my mama's favorite song." The guitar intro begins. The audience goes quiet. Jamar's voice trembles on the first line, his accent thick but charming. Then, something changes. The second verse comes out stronger, deeper, resonating with soul. Every note drips with longing, as if he's telling the story of his life through the song. The crowd begins to react, first softly, then more intensely. People hold their breath. A woman wipes a tear. Simon's usual stern face softens. By the time Jamar reaches the chorus, the audience is on their feet. The camera zooms in on Simon's face, his eyes shimmer with tears. He leans back, shaking his head in disbelief. When the song ends, there's silence, the kind that only happens when something truly profound is felt. Then, the entire hall erupts in applause. People cheer, scream, cry. Simon stands up first. "Jamar," he says, voice breaking slightly, "that was one of the most beautiful performances I've ever heard. You didn't just sing, you shared your soul. I felt every word." Then, the music swells. The crowd chants, "Golden buzzer! Golden buzzer!" Simon looks at the boy, then at his fellow judges, and presses the button. Golden confetti explodes across the stage. Jamar gasps, his hands shaking, tears streaming down his face. The confetti rains like a golden blessing, falling on the boy who once sang on the streets. As he looks up, Simon walks to the stage and hugs him. "You reminded us why music matters," he whispers. The world changes in that moment. A poor Filipino boy from the slums has just stunned millions. The scene opens with the golden light of dawn returning to the same slum in Manila. But now, the atmosphere is different, hopeful, alive. Children are gathered around a small TV outside a Sorry Sorry store, replaying the viral AGT clip of Jomar's performance. His voice echoes through the alleyways that once drowned in noise and hardship. "See Jamar, Yan. That's him," a little boy shouts, pointing at the screen. The camera follows a van as it winds through the narrow streets. Inside sits Jamar, older now, wearing clean clothes but still the same humble smile. He gazes out the window, seeing the familiar rooftops, the same streets he once sang on. When he steps out, the crowd goes wild. Mothers clap, children cheer, neighbors cry. His mother runs toward him, holding back tears until she can't anymore. They embrace tightly, the kind of hug that says everything words can't. "Ma," he whispers, "I kept my promise. The world heard me." The camera lingers on her face, the pride, the disbelief, the love. That night, Jamar performs again in the same spot where it all began. There's no stage, no lights, no cameras, just his voice, a small speaker, and his people. The children sing along, their voices echoing into the night. A local reporter films it quietly, posting it online with the caption, "Greater than, from Smoky Mountain to Hollywood, he came back home." Soon, donations and support pour into the community. Music programs start for street kids. A foundation bears his name. But more importantly, hope returns, the belief that talent can rise from anywhere. As the camera pans out, Jamar looks up at the stars and whispers, "Thank you, Ma. Thank you, God." The music swells, Hotel California plays softly in the background. The final shot fades to black, with golden words appearing on screen. "Greater than, from the slums to the stars, never stop believing in your voice."